RWE is one of the UK's biggest electricity providers. The site that we're standing on today is Cotmoor Solar Farm, which is a 50 megawatt site. It's about 210 acres with 132,000 panels installed, and that powers around about 24,000 UK homes. Solar power is essential for the UK's energy mix. It supports the UK's decarbonisation goals, it attracts significant investment in clean energy projects, and it integrates battery storage to ensure reliable and efficient electricity supply from renewable sources. The UK needs solar for various reasons. It's the UK government's goal to decarbonise the electricity infrastructure by 2030. During the transition to clean energy, it is really important that we get a balanced supply to the grid. For example, when it's not sunny or at night time, we can actually use that battery storage and supply electricity that way instead. It's really important for energy reliability, and it's make the most efficient use out of our resources that we've got. During the actual construction phase, I've really enjoyed working with the Landowner Richard, and it's been really easy to collaborate with them. Wherever there's an issue that maybe needs resolved, we'll just sort out those issues sort of there and then.
My name's Richard Crane, and I'm the landowner and farmer here at Manor Farm, Halloughton, and I farm in partnership with my mother, who still lives in the farmhouse where we were born, just a very short distance from here. Over the last sort of 20 years, the farm became very much a combinable crop farm, growing wheat and oilseed rape and barley. But of course, you know, as we get more conscious of what the soil and the soil health is, we begin to look for other diversifications and other ways of using the land, of which the solar is one of those. It's a major change of use, but there were some sort of important elements that made me think of it. Perhaps the diversification, so having a long-term cash flow from the land to avoid the volatility of cropping and to look after the rest of the land and farm it in the way that I want to farm it. The rest of the farm will carry on as usual, and I think what's going to be interesting is how we integrate that with other activities of farming the solar land itself, around a sheep enterprise, around maintenance, and I'm very much hoping that the two can work well together.
At RWE, from an early stage of development, we seek to place a wildlife-centric approach to all of our designs to make sure we identify and enhance opportunities for wildlife and local species across our solar farms. Biodiversity net gain is a mechanism that we use to measure before and after development. Here at Cotmoor Solar Farm, we've got a number of really exciting biodiversity enhancements. For example, we've got large new wildflower areas alongside rewilding areas built into the solar farm's design. Beyond this, we have insect hotels, bee hotels, hedgehog hotels, and lots of other really exciting enhancements to really encourage local species to thrive within the solar farm. We're proposing extensive new hedgerow and tree planting across the site to not only screen the development from views, but also to support local habitats. We work with local landowners and local contractors to ensure, through robust management plans, that all of these exciting enhancements are delivered in a meaningful way. By giving the land a chance to recover, we allow wildlife the chance to thrive in this area, improving local biodiversity and offering a great resource for local species.
So during the construction phase itself, we do try to be considerate to the local community, and for example, we've got traffic management plans and noise mitigation plans, so that's just to minimise disruption really to the local neighbourhood. We also have other things. For example, the compound itself, it's run by solar panels. Once the solar panels switch off at night time, we have a generator that's actually run by vegetable oil rather than diesel. During the detailed design phase as well, we do try to make sure that the design is as considerate as possible. For example, some elements such as the inverter stations, we'll move them in certain areas to avoid any wet patches or flooding. That means that we need to use less concrete and less stone, so that's where we try to bring in that considerate element as well during design. Well, even when we have events like health and safety events or RWE events, rather than using supermarket chains, we'll actually just use the local deli that's in the village just 5 minutes down the road.
In addition, we can think about climate change, because clearly the way the climate is changing, then growing crops is becoming more difficult. And so by adopting some solar and reducing fossil fuel usage, then we should be doing our bit to help ameliorate that climate change and make food production more sustainable here in the UK. So I'm looking forward to making it a great place to produce electricity. And I like to think that by having the solar here, we're doing our bit to try and help mitigate climate change, because it is impacting agriculture in the UK, and if we can help by doing our bit, by putting some solar in here to mitigate some of that, then that also gives us a good feeling.
Everybody's worked really hard, we've worked really well together, and it makes such a difference when everybody's wanting to aim for that bigger picture. For example, all the contractors, the landowners, we're all striving to get the same thing, to get the solar project done and completed within the right time, and it was all for the bigger picture of running the UK by clean energy.